Hey there. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Welcome to 50 Questions Friday for, September 12th, 2025. All right. So, just still getting settled in here this morning. Oh, gosh. I forgot my coil. I have all my stuff in the tumblers this morning. I was kind of feeling a little different. Yeah, missing my light field coil. Hey there, Connie from Maine. Good to see you here this morning. So, yeah, gosh, we are going to talk about a few things here today. Let me silence my phone. I'd like to talk about the new grounding. That's going to be a big one. Still figuring out the best way to share and word this one. Again, apologize here. Just need a moment to settle in. All right. So, the healing hands are out. I don't know if we talked about those last week or not, but the healing hands are a fantastic ring. Heavy gauge, course minor in my car. Oh yeah, I did talk about it last week. So I was going to tie them on lanyards so that I could hang them. It's at the hang right here. I love those healing hands rings. They are potent. You know, the wand is still my second favorite tool, as are the healing hands, my second favorite tool. But the light field coil and the silver is my absolute favorite one. So anyway, healing hands are out. We're going to release the new 8-inch generator. I'm hoping here by Sunday I will have that 8-inch light field generator listed. Now the light field generators, the smallest, the personal, creates just your personal space about the size of a room. The home generator, which is the 2.5-inch tensor field generator, that one's the size of a home. Now this new 8-inch generator, it creates a field that expands outside of the home, but when I look at that field, it's just more solid. I mean, it's a pretty potent field in this 8-inch generator. Very solid field. So anyway, that's one of the new things here. Like I say, Sunday, that should be available. Practitioner rings are back in stock again. Let's see what else. The silver water ring, we may release that one. We may start carrying that one. We just made the new silver water rings for Dancing with Water, the new Science of Water. They just received them, so they don't have them up on their website yet. I think they're going to sell their other rings first, those heavy duty silver rings. So yeah, if you're interested in the heavy duty silver rings for water, yeah, there's probably only a few of those left. I think Dancing with Water's got a few. I think we might have one. But the silver water rings, gosh, I don't have one here at the moment. It's about a 2-inch ring, lighter gauge. But I'll show those to you here if we decide to sell those ourselves. Hey, Linda from SoCal and Christine from Oz. Glad you guys are here this morning. Thank you. So let's see what else. I know there's something else new coming on the horizon here. Gosh, I don't know. Oh, hey, I want to show you my new floor plate. Just got it done this morning. It's the Dark Star. Oh my goodness. I'm excited about this thing. 23 inches. Shungite. It's a little bit lighter gauge than our standard floor plates, so I'm going to see how it holds up this weekend. So if you're in South Dakota, come to Deadwood, South Dakota tonight, or tomorrow. You can come there tonight too. I'll be setting up. But yeah, going to be offering sessions on this floor plate, and then there'll be a couple of rings around it. I made a custom larger ring to sit around the floor plate. And then, of course, you'll get a ring to come down over top of you while you're holding one of the Tauruses. That's the other thing that is out that I was excited about is the Tauruses are back. Well, Brenda's back, and so she's making Tauruses again. Hey, Gail from South Africa. Hey, Renard. Hey, thanks, Connie. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like this would be a quick, simple, easy one versus the 127 ring matrix. Because, man, making those 127 floor plate rings is quite time and energy consuming because we press each one. We make them super flat, super round. And then pouring it in 4 pours is quite the thing. But yeah, this one here, I'm pretty excited about. But for some reason, I felt to call it the Dark Star. I don't know why, but there's the Dark Star. And I've been wondering why the heck I called it that. But the only thing I can think is to poke fun at duality. I'll see who's scared to step onto the Dark Star floor plate this weekend. Hey, Connie from Wisconsin. So, anyway, because, who plays in duality anymore? Oh, everybody. All right, so let's move on to something else here. I don't have any questions from email, so if you guys have questions, be sure to drop them here. Let's see. What else were we going to talk about today besides the new grounding? I guess we'll just kind of segue into the grounding issue. And it is an issue for some people. So if you have any of the new tools, this new energetic, it's going to be working for you in a very specific, particular way, different from anybody else. But one of the things that it does is, if you noted right in those first few weeks of June, as this new energy came in and I made my coil, which is over in the tumbler getting shined up for the weekend show, that coil, that energetic, it just, I always said it took you into a different perspective. That is the best that I could say, is that it shifts you into a different perspective. And that is totally the truth. What it is doing, these new energies, is they are ungrounding you from the old energy. They take you into the new. They pull you out of the old. And what this feels like to a lot of people is being way out here, feeling ungrounded. So we have one gentleman who uses the tools with his clients for distance and I believe personal sessions. And he's a practitioner. But and he's always told people, yeah, get the quantum heart coil pendant, really grounding, everything else. And we have wrote grounding, and I got to take the phrase grounding off the entire website and replace it with something like grounding of your light, because that's truly what this new field does. This light field, golden healer, is that it brings in your light, it grounds your light. So as a multidimensional being, you as a human, right here and now, you usually perceive only this plane, the physical plane, and there's so much more. There's all the potentials, all the lifetimes. There's the soul, the master. There's so much of what we are. And it's always all right here. Your soul is always fully within you and in everything, but we don't perceive it. But it is always there. There would be no existence without soul. So your light, your consciousness, your soul is always there. And it is as we expand our awareness to be able to be aware, to see, to feel, to know all these parts and pieces of all that you are, the potentials, the lifetimes, the experiences, the wisdom, the master you. And so it is always all right there. But as we raise in awareness, consciousness, we can then access more, everything that's always been there. And so that is what this new is all about. This new field is all about taking us out of the old and bringing us into the new. And again, for some people, that seems very scary, ungrounding. They don't know where the heck they're at or what's going on. I don't know what to say. Deep breaths. Know that this is so grand. I mean, who wants to stay? Who wants to stay there in the old energies, the old patterns, the old ways, the frickin' merry-go-round? Who wants to stay on the merry-go-round? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're jumping into these new energies, you're going to get thrown the hell off the merry-go-round. And that is a great thing. And where you land, you don't really land. That's part of the ungrounding. It is part of you stepping into the multidimensional you. It is you stepping into your true essence. Yeah. Hey, Samson, good to see you, brother man. Yeah. So anyway, and this doctor is asking me to recreate the quantum heart coil pendants in wisdom. And I don't think I'm going. I don't think we're going to make any of the old energies. I've certainly considered it. I've considered keeping some of the golden fire stuff. We have the golden fire dowsing rods, the golden fire wands, but even those have shifted. And like I told the good doctor, I was like, man, I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I made the old energies. I really do. And I think that I'm just going to have to figure out a way to share this understanding. And obviously I haven't quite figured it out yet, but I have to have a way to share this understanding that people will embrace it and step into the new. Because man, that's where we're at right now. Humanity has been waiting for thousands of years, just waiting for something. Some people are waiting for Jesus to come. Some people are waiting for the Pleiadians and the aliens to come. Some people, and me, myself too, within this lifetime, we're just waiting for society to collapse so that we can create something new. You know what? The wait is over, you guys. No more waiting around, and we're not waiting on anything. We're not waiting on a savior to disempower us. We're not here to give our power away. We don't need saved anyway, because all is well in all of creation. It truly is. Everybody is on their journey. Everybody is safe. Everybody is simply having their experiences in this illusionary world of your creation. And so it is time. It is time. This is the time that we have been waiting for lifetimes right now. And it's not coming from outside of us. These tools hold a field, but it's not the tools doing the work. The tools are simply the space. These new light fields are simply the space to allow you to step in. So I'm just going to read what Samson threw up here. Man, it really is grand. And It is wild. And the whole allowing, mentioning the roller coaster, Samson. Yeah, just throw your hands in the air on this grand ride. You can ride the roller coaster in many ways. You've probably all seen the memes of the two people riding the roller coaster. And the one who just hates it, and the one who's just screw it, I'm having fun. And it's damn time to have fun. It really is. It really is. You know, Especially for me, I've taken things too goddamn serious over these past years. And, everything that we're doing is natural and it's not anything that the human can do except for stop resisting, stop fighting. Then things go easier. And so that's kind of where I have to bring through this whole grounding uh, thing with these new fields is you just have to hold on, let go, and allow, and truly understand that it is a beautiful thing that is happening of you being pulled out of the old energies, the old way that your energy patterned to bring you everything. That is, we're stepping out of that. And that means that we can allow our energy to now serve us in a whole different way. And that's without limitation. The more that you can step in and allow and just totally allow, that takes away the limitations from what it is that manifests into your world, into your experiences. And so it's just it's time. So anyway, that's my spiel and take on the ungrounding. We don't even do the Trinity breath anymore. We're not grounding into the earth. You can totally ground into the earth if you feel like you need grounding. But we're grounding into our light. So you're grounding into your heart, into your light, and into all that you are. It's just all coming together. And so just, trust and breathe. And so, yeah, if any of you are experiencing that ungrounding, yeah, please just breathe. Don't take the tools off and try to run away. So, so the doctor that I talked to, he said that, he had that silver coil right at the beginning too. He loved it, but he noticed that he was way ungrounded and he was trying to figure out, and after about a month, he finally was like, oh crap, it's this pendant. So he started taking it off and everything. He took it off for a while. He said it took him a whole month to reground, to come back to that space that he was pulled out of, because it's comfortable and it felt right. I don't know if it felt right. It's comfortable, and it's pretty wild because when Brenda and I were looking at this whole concept of the ungrounding, she's like, oh, wow. Because at first she was like, well, they could always just reground back in. And she's like, oh crap, no, they cannot. So, once you're pulled out of that old energy space, you really, truly cannot go back. You can certainly try and you can pretend that you have, but it's not there anymore. Those old spaces are not there. And we don't need to be there. We don't need to continue on down the same road that we've had for 1,000 lifetimes. It's the time. It truly is. Right now is the time. So anchors away. Let's see where we go. So many goosebumps. It's exciting because, nobody can see what the hell is coming, because the thing is that it expands the potentials. Before, when you would look forward to and you could see, maybe the high potentials, high possibilities of what was going to happen, and you could read into those futures. So when people read into the future, they are simply reading the potentials. And usually the potentials, you could usually see where the hell you were going based on your trajectory because everything was pretty much the same. And now there's no telling where we're going because it's so open. It is so vast in its potentials and possibilities. But we do know that they are all higher potentials and possibilities. We're not going anywhere backwards, down, whatever. We cannot. We simply cannot go backwards. We cannot um, step into the old ways anymore. Um, so anyway, I guess just embrace whatever it is that you are stepping through, especially if you're utilizing these new tools, these new fields. Just embrace it because it's going to be better than okay. It truly will. So anyway, all right. Gosh, I really don't have anything else here to talk about or to bring up, unless anybody has any thoughts or questions. Yeah. So anyway, if anybody is in Flagstaff or Arizona area, or if anybody wants to come to the dowsing convention, I'll be speaking at the dowsing convention here in October, in Flagstaff. So I believe it's the Southwest Dowsers, Flagstaff Dowsers, and then also here in October we'll be doing the Star Knowledge Conference as well as in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So there's a few things coming up here in October, and then it's settling down again and not doing much until probably Los Angeles in February. But yeah, really looking forward to everything that's coming. Yeah. It's nice that I'm getting rid of this freaking perma frown, though. That is for sure. Oh my God, it was a rough few years. And of course, I am the biggest resistor there is, and certainly love to hold on and try to control and try to mentalize everything. And man, I tell you what, the more that you let go and allow and trust, the easier it gets. So I guess that's kind of that's the biggest thing I'd like to say is deep breaths, trust, and allow, because nothing's bad is going to happen. Everything is realigning for you in the newest way, in the grandest way. So hold on, let go, just allow and trust. All right. Much love, you guys. Thank you for being on this path. Thank you for being on this journey. And it's really going to be a beautiful, beautiful time here. And I'm really happy that you guys are here holding space. And it's going to be really fun this next few years just to see how people are shifting. And you can see it everywhere right now, how people are really stepping into a new understanding and into their own light. So keep going, everybody. All right. Much love. We'll talk to you guys soon.